Um, I'm a geocacher, and geocaching has brought me everywhere in North Dakota. We've gone to all the counties, and all, how many is it? 54?
53.
53 counties in North Dakota, and we started traveling the world, all over the state, all over the United States, to see all the different geocaching and find apps and stuff. And I've always liked being outside, walking on trails and things like that.
Amazing.
So I kind of tried to capture the big beautiful sky of North Dakota, because I think a lot of people don't realize how open and blue and beautiful the sky is here. So I have actually the sun and the aurora borealis over there, and I think of the sky as like our ocean. So it kind of represents that, and then everything else is like outdoor activities. I'm very outdoorsy and like to enjoy our state parks and just our wide open lands. So I have some kayaking and tenting and campfire, and then down here I have my little geocache in the corner. And then also in the sun, that's like the geocaching kind of logo. So you got your little explorer and flag and trail and stuff up there.
Nice. Mavis?
Where I live, we see turkeys from going to school, and there's just like a bunch on the hill.
So this tile represents a time in my life when I was probably maybe about 10 years old and would run across the street to where we still had wild prairie grass in Bismarck. And I remember running through those hills, and it would be a hot summer day, and throwing myself on my back, laying in that tall prairie grass, feeling it sway over my head, and the sun was warm, and the bees would be buzzing, and the flies would be overhead, and hearing the humming of the insects and the breeze of the wind through the wild prairie grass was just such a good memory for me, and a calming thing to do as a child.
Well, I just love the geology of North Dakota. And when I go to the Badlands, you can see all the different layers that were laid down. And recently we just found a mammoth tusk in the drag line where they're doing the mining for coal. And I love mammoths. That's like one of my favorite animals. So there you go.
Fence line that you see out in the country, out in a lot of places in North Dakota.
Well, it's the house where we live in, and it was built in 1917 by my husband's family, and they came from Czechoslovakia, and we still live in there and farm the land. And so the house is quite old, and the farm is quite old, and we're the original. We're what, the third, fourth generation.
Amazing.
Third generation. And our kids are the fourth, and we have grandchildren, fifth generation.
That's amazing.
So my tile, I would say, represents North Dakota, but I too would say I chose because of the windy flowers and thinking about how my family grew up with generations of farmland, and I think I find peace when I'm out with the farm.
I was working on one to show the Missouri River and all of the different agriculture that goes on in North Dakota. And a lot of different crops like flax and wheat and barley, and the designs are beautiful.
It is the state fair. We normally go every year, but this year we can't because I'm going to my dad's, but we have a lot of memories there.
They're both kind of nods to other artworks I've done, and with my connection to North Dakota, and I feel like it's home, and a lot of my memories and family and meaningful things. So I think just, some of the iconic landscapes, the Capitol, the bridge, and then just memories of things we would do, fishing and kind of family things, and also a nod to, little nod to pointillism, art form I enjoy. And the other one is, again, kind of a nod to some artwork and memories with friends and family, and the Medora musical and their song, some of the song lyrics, but also just, yeah, beautiful prairies of North Dakota.
So this is a turkey, and every day driving my kids to school, we always see this flock of wild turkeys, and I tell my kids there are good luck turkeys. So when we see them, we know we're gonna have a good day.
Okay, tell me about your tile.
So I realized about halfway through that the shape was like slightly the same as the state of North Dakota. It's rectangular. But yeah, it's kind of like an abstract homage to like the geography and different heritages that can be found here. So yeah.
So intricate. There's a lot going on in the tile. Yeah, it's very cool.
I came to North Dakota first for the University of Mary, where I went to college, and so I drew their logo, and then I added some details because I'm a runner, and something that I really love about North Dakota is seeing the prairie land. It's so beautiful to me, especially when it's blowing in the wind. And then I also added a few hearts there because I met my fiance here in North Dakota, and also to symbolize how I fell in love with North Dakota too.
My daughter and I, just 2 weeks ago, we hiked in the Matahay Trail out in Medora. And so that's kind of, I guess, the hills, maybe some switchbacks,
Gorgeous.
trees, grass. Yeah, Badlands.
Love it.
I have always loved horses, and I just love their grace and beauty, and they remind me of wind and water. And I feel like they're a really important part of North Dakota. The native people, it changed their life when the horses came in, and for the people that were here first, they worked with them. They were a major part of transportation, and they're just majestic animals.
Lovely. And what about this one here?
Well, North Dakota holds a lot of secrets in its land and in its earth, and one of the things that I love about it is the timelessness. When you walk through a place where there's a wash, you can see the layers of the soil that's been laid down, and you can even imagine some of the animals that might have been there.
So this is Mouse River. It goes from Canada to North Dakota.
And what's special about it, May? Why is it special to you?
Because when we walk to Oak Park in Minot, we always go above the Mouse River.
Yeah.
I love this. So are the mice representing you guys, or are there mice on the Mouse River?
The mice are representing us.
So this piece is a sunset of North Dakota, which I really also enjoy because I love driving down the open highways of North Dakota and seeing the sunsets. So that's it.
Me too.